It's time to change the background. There are many backgrounds to go for. That's
insanity we just witnessed. Keeps his dreams alive. It's unreal. History has been made. This is a new moment in Starcraft. Unbelievable performance. The WCS Starcraft 2 World Champion.
That wasn't bad. That wasn't bad at all. It's WCS 2016 background. Not bad at all. We can further move on and select something else, but I'm gonna go with random, so we'll get something else. Besides that, I have increased some of the other effects out there, so the game may look a little bit better. Alright. The backgrounds will be random, so we'll get one of each. And now, as we already know, we are in the ladder, so that's the Bronze League. Let's look at it just again. And furthermore, 2018 Season 1, January 24th, 2018, May 16th, 2018, Grandmaster start January 31st, 2018, Season Lock, May 9th, 2018, 1 versus 1, Zerg. Currently, we are at 79th place with 0 points. We started at the 80th place. Now, as you can see, this guy right here, Xen, he's playing random and he has been assigned to our division, and this one right here, Rico, is to playing random and is assigned into a normal division. So all of these are mixed. This division called Tarsonis Delta, 1 versus 1, Bronze 2. All of these divisions, as you may already know, have different names, and there are many divisions out there. This one is for me. Now we'll go back into top 8 players here. I like that it's not top 10 and top 8, which gives it some flavor actually. And Terran is dominating this match right here. Only one Zerg in my division. So far, so good. We can also leave League. Let's find out what does that mean. Are you sure you want to leave this league? Leaving doesn't affect your MMR or rank statistics. If a player from an arranged team leaves, the team will be removed and disbanded. So if we move away, we'll probably end up in a different league. Let's do just that. And we are in Tarsonis Delta. It looks like nothing changed here. Yeah, it looks like nothing changed. Very interesting. Matchmaking rating. Your MMR is pretty much stands for matchmaking rating. Is used to track your competitive skill level. Increase this number by winning games. Okay. Very interesting indeed. So that's us. What if we press here? Tarzan is Delta, Ice, Zerg. The other two ones are still locked, and I have yet to play 5 games. There's random somewhere out there, but it's not even displayed here. Last season, no information whatsoever. Season 4 2017. Grandmaster, no information for me. 1 versus 1 contender. Here we can take a look at 2018 Season 1 1 versus 1 Grandmaster contender. Now, you may ask, why so many of these players use this kind of a profile name, which does not really say anything whatsoever about the actual player. And it's so due to the fact that players tend to know each other. And if they, for example, know Ice, they may play a specific strategy or may not play whatsoever. And this, for me personally, would be annoying. For example, they would know that I'm Ice, I have a YouTube channel called AndYouLeftTheGame, and I will post this match that we'll be playing. So he would, for example, play extra hard or extra easy, in this way reducing my experience. And so it, for example, would be better for me to hide my nickname, posting it just like that, and hoping that the player that's going to play against me will not play a specific game solely because he is playing specifically me, right? If somebody writes a nickname like that, he certainly is very, very anonymous. So that's pretty much says I'm anonymous, and no, you're not gonna know my name. So there's quite a few of these here. Now, how are these MMR points calculated? For a good match, one can end up having more than 30 points, plus or minus. The Grandmaster League is an exclusive league with limited open slots where the top Starcraft 2 players in each region can compete against each other to test their mettle. Qualification is determined after the first week in a new season. After the first week, candidates must play 1 more match in order to receive their promotion. Grandmaster rankings are calculated daily. Thus, players below the MMR cutoff will be demoted from the Grandmaster to make room for those who are above the required MMR threshold. Players positioned for a spot in Grandmaster will be placed into a contender list where they can more easily view the players battling for a coveted slot in the next Grandmaster promotion. Demoted players will have a window of time in the contender list to earn their spot back before the rankings are calculated for that day. In order to retain a spot in Grandmaster, a minimum of 30 games every 3 weeks must be played. Bonus pool is not accumulated in Grandmaster. If a player is inactive, they will be automatically demoted and more active combatant will fill the empty slot. Congratulations to all those qualified in the Grandmaster League and good luck. As you can see, everybody can take a look on Grandmaster. So each and every player, once in a while, once checking his own league statistics, probably goes in here and checks who is the best of the best. Currently in a European server, this is the server that I'm currently in, and as you can see, due to somebody wanting to stay anonymous, unfortunately we cannot know who that person is. However, it is very perfect example of how the ladder should look like. And you may ask why, and that's because there are 3 races and the first 3 places are taken by 3 different races. So currently Protoss is dominating, Terran is here taking the 2nd place, in winning and losses falling quite heavily behind the Protoss because it has lost nearly as much as won. And the Zerg is standing somewhere in the middle. But obviously these change quite a bit, and if we go down south, we see that Protoss tend to dominate too. And then we can move into career summary. So I'm rank 80 now, Bronze League Tier 2. And that's the race report. Unfortunately I only have Zerg statistics because that's all I've played, and games played, games lost, all of these games have been lost unfortunately. That's the map report. Placements, no placements unfortunately. And these are my friends on the game. Or so it would seem. Or something like that, or this is just where my friends played against something. I currently have 2 players that I met in the actual game, and because they tend to advertise my channel a lot, they probably go to the channel, check it out, and just send me a friend invitation, and then we play. And as you already seen, we played with one of these players, and obviously that's how partnerships in games start, where we can play together, talk about the game, share experiences, and that makes the game a lot more full, interesting, so on and so forth. Now I'll have to complete a series of ranked matches to determine your initial league placement. So that's due to the fact that I have left my previous league. I'll have to do another series of match placements to end up in a different league. So let's do just that. But just as previously, I just don't want to win those 5 games and let us just destroy the hatcheries and we'll be moving forward. I'm hoping that was a certain loss. So opponent's MMR 2116. We'll have another 4 of these. And at least I learned what it's like to leave a league, so that's pretty much starting all over I was expecting that I was placed in maybe another random Tier 2 Bronze League. However, it seems that this is not the case, and I'll just simply wind up right here. In any case, let's continue attacking this area right here. I'm not sure why this guy doesn't attack. So there are these glitches, like why he wouldn't go around, why he would just bug out right here, right? You see, he's on top of them, and it shouldn't be like that, right? So now he kind of moves on and tries to pick up a place, and that's probably due to the fact that there is this little bit of space here, and he's trying to squeeze through, but it's just not happening, right? Opponent MMR 2324. It looks like that's not going to take as long as I thought it would the last time I was playing around. But when it comes to just destroying your own buildings or the hatchery using workers, it's not a big deal whatsoever. Okay, so that's the attack. Order selected units to move to the target point, fighting nearby enemies along the way. Targeting a unit with the attack command orders that it be attacked until it is destroyed. So it's pretty much what it means is I press A, that's the designated button. It can always be changed if you want to in the hotkey settings. And I click it, I press the left mouse button, and then my units will move to that area with an intention of destroying who's ever in his way. Now, it may as well be a forced attack order. What does that mean? That means that if I want to attack an enemy unit, I can click right mouse button on it, and my drones would simply attack it. However, that does not work if I'm trying to attack one of my own. However, if I press an attack order and left mouse click on my drone, then a friendly fire is going to be enabled, just like that. The same works with the buildings. Right mouse button, it doesn't work. Attack order, left mouse button works splendidly. Now what do we have? Patrol. Order selected units to patrol between their current position and the target area. Units will attack enemies and move to engage nearby enemies. So, well, how does that work? For example, you don't want anybody to pass through, so you select patrol area, and everybody would just simply be consistently moving around, just like that, and they would try to patrol everything there. Furthermore, we can spray, charge cooldown 214 seconds, orders the unit to apply your currently selected spray to the terrain at the target location. And we have chosen this spray, and it's GG, or it used to be GG, and now it's cheese right here. So that is my new logo. This one can be changed from the main menu when you start the game interface. Then we have hold position. Order selected units to stay where they are and attack enemies that are within range. Units will neither chase down enemies nor move to change. So what does that mean? That means, for example, if I have a unit that can hit with a projectile such as weapon or acid that's being spit out, this unit would notice enemy unit coming close or being close by, and after the enemy unit moves into fighting range for my ranged skirmish unit, such as for example Marine or a Hydralisk, the Hydralisk would attack it and start to chase it, just like that. However, sometimes it's best to not move troops out of position. For example, if I wouldn't want them to move through the ramp, right? So I may press H and hold, so that means that if my opponent moves close enough, my skirmish fighters here would start blasting him with, for example, bullets or flames, and this unit would try to avoid going down in flames. He would try to get away, and because I pressed hold command, hold position command here, that is currently selected, as you can see, that means my skirmish units would not chase him. They would stay here, and he wouldn't be able to somehow fool them away if he's fast enough and get into my base while the rest of my troops are slowly moving behind. Then we have stop order selected units to cancel all orders and stop moving. Furthermore, or move orders selected units to move to the target area or follow the target unit. Moving units will not engage enemies, so that's bad, obviously, that they can't engage enemies. However, how that's useful, for example, if I have a medevac right here, or a ground unit that needs to stay together with a much slower overlord, they need to both get to the same location together, but as you can see, this worker would just certainly be too fast, so I may just order the worker to follow, and that's pretty much it. Furthermore, we have gather, the him to follow and the unit follow, so the medevacs would follow the marines up to the battle destination, and that's that. Furthermore, we have a gather, orders drone to gather resources from a selected mineral field or Vespin gas. We don't need to press that. We can only press the right mouse button, solely the right mouse button. There's absolutely no point to press anything else. And that's that. It looks like I've been attacked by his Banshee here, and undoubtedly he's going to certainly wipe me out. Besides that, I can oh wow, look at that. He can effectively try and hide here. In any case, it looks like that is nearly the end. Alright. Hopefully he is going to not kill my lings, and I will be able to further keep destroying. Now look at that, this guy got glitched out here too. Let's move further now. So that was an opponent with 2,574 matchmaking rank points. Now let's move on to the last two matches, and will certainly be placed in league. As we know that people playing in the Bronze League will be people who already have quite extensive experience, so they may not play really badly, they may not play very well, but they are certainly going to play good enough. I bet that they are nearly as tough as unranked players that we recently faced. Most of these were from Silver and up to Gold League. This time it looks like it's going to be a Protoss that will never end up fighting. A good question is, if I would send my drones to destroy the hatchery, would I be able to get to my opponent's base quickly enough? Look at that overlord. Look at that ugly face. He looks like a massive bug. That's exactly how it looks. Alright, so I didn't made it. The workers were quick enough to destroy the hatchery. That player that we currently faced had more MMR points. It had 2,800. So he probably may have been from Silver League, I guess. Maybe. Alright. Let's get rid of this. A hatchery here, and we'll be in a new league. Done. It looks like we are finally here. My MMR went down by quite a bit. Even further. Alright, so I'm now in Tier 3 Bronze League, which is even worse than I previously were. So it was good that I kind of did this, because I didn't even know that Tier 3 existed. Okay. And we are in 2018 Season 1 1 vs 1 Bronze 3 Division Forge B. And it looks like I'm the very last of all of them here, and that's done. We are in the league.